everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, The Enforcer. This stars Antonio Banderas, where I believe he's the main character, and he is trying to, he gives up everything to try and save a young girl, who he has befriended, and he's trying to save her from his femme fatale boss, who is involved in cyber sex trafficking. So I'm not exactly sure what cyber sex trafficking is. I know what sex trafficking is, but I'm assuming I'll figure it out. You know what I mean? I guess they're doing stuff online, right? Who cares? I mean, I do care, but I want to see. Kate Bosworth is also in this. That's another name, so that's kind of interesting. I wonder if she's the femme fatale, but we'll see. It is 5.2 on IMDb. Only 2,492 people rated so far. Red box. So, hour and 30 minutes long. Let me get into it, find out what it is, give you a little bit more information. Let me get into it, find out what it's about, give you a little more information, and let you know what I think. So stick around, I'll be back. I like Antonio Banderas. Hey everybody, I want to do a quick check-in here. We're watching The Enforcer. We're at the 49-minute, 34-second mark. Just happened lucky enough to pause it. Normally wouldn't do it in this short of a movie, but anyway. A little bit different than what IMDb said so far. We're just over halfway through. So Antonio Banderas essentially has just gotten out of prison. Not sure what, but obviously he's involved in some kind of crime syndicate. That Kate Bosworth's character, who I believe is the femme fatale, I don't know, she seems to be, you know, the head of something. Not 100% sure yet. It does seem as though that she might be leading a prostitution ring. There is a dance club and some girls in there seem like that's what they do, and she's the boss of that club. Again, not 100% clear, just going based off of what I've been seeing. So he seems like he kind of works with her a little bit. Prior to understanding that, there's another character. His name is called Stray. It's kind of his nickname. His real name is Ricky. He's a fighter. But he looks like Jesse Pinkman. It's not. But it looks like him a lot. Like that's immediately, when I talk about him, think about Jesse Pinkman, who can fight. Same size, kind of same build, but is just really good with his hands. Alright, so he gets involved in that. Kate Bosworth somehow hears of him, wants to recruit him, and him and Antonio Banderas kind of get together on one gig. Now they're maybe doing more projects together, right? Meanwhile, Antonio Banderas also has a daughter, about to turn 16. He hasn't seen her since he's been in prison. He hasn't been making it to any of his birthdays, but he's trying to connect with her, or reconnect with her. And then we have our other young girl that I think IMDb has mentioned. She's from from Atlanta, and he finds her. I think this all takes place in Georgia somewhere, but not in Atlanta, probably south of that. But anyway, so she comes in, she's 15 years old, so he kind of has a connection with her, helps her out a little bit. She is an orphan and was in foster care, kind of ran away from that, so he's trying to help her, and she has fallen into into the wrong hands, essentially. That's everything that's going on right now. That's all your characters that you need to really care about. I get Antonio Banderas, and he's going to try and help this girl. The girl is gone. Probably going to partner with him somehow. His daughter's going to pay him to pay. And I think it's all run by Kate Bosworth is what I take it all to be. So far, so good. Yeah, I didn't expect to be this far through the movie. Although I feel like I explained a lot. It doesn't feel like so much has happened. But we'll see, you know. I won't go down any other rabbit holes really quick. I like Antonio Banderas. I'm not sure about Jesse Pinkman yet, but they're the only ones who have a lot of dialogue in this so far. So I'll get back to it here, see where it goes in the next couple of minutes, and hopefully it turns out good. But stick around, I'll let you know. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of The Enforcer. I don't know. This one's a little odd for me. I didn't even prepare like right away. I kind of, actually, I'll be honest, because that's the only thing I'm good at. I was on my phone at the end. It was, you know, after the I don't know, the dramatic climax, you know what I mean, what's going down. But I mean, essentially what like I kind of led into Antonio Banderas, who I believe is the enforcer. That girl got in trouble. He went to help her. He befriends Jesse Pinkman's character, and you know they go together to try and help, right? And you know, there's a lot more involvement that I don't want to, you know, like Jesse Pinkman's character has a love interest, all that kind of stuff. I told you about Antonio Banderas' daughter. Very small storyline there, but it shows, I think, what they were trying to do was show the fact that, you know, he has a daughter of the same age of this girl that he had met that he's trying to save. And cyber sex trafficking, which makes sense, is they take these girls against their will and make them do stuff online for everybody to pay a fee to watch that kind of stuff. So, you know, so you can imagine if that's what she was getting into, he wants to kind of save her. Now, it was good at parts. I felt sometimes, like I say, I don't know if it's the dialogue, you know, that was written for them, or the acting. There are some things with Jesse Pinkman, with our man 2 Chainz. 2 Chainz is in this, and he plays Freddy. That just didn't, I don't know, just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Not that it offended me, you know what I mean? It just didn't, it stood out to me as, this isn't, I don't know if it's the way it was said or what was said. I always struggle with that. So there was that aspect of it. There's some action holes, I guess, you know. For example, I'm not going to say when or how, but if you're going into a situation and there's going to be people there that you want to take out and you have a gun on you, why would you just not shoot them? You know, just be the first thing you do. Now, I'll tell you one logical reason is you want to be quiet. You know, and you didn't bring your silencer kind of thing. But that's not the case. Because, you know, if you, instead of using your gun, do something else, and then you get in a tussle, and then use your gun, that's the same thing that's going to happen. So there's things like that that I thought was like, you know, you'll see them throughout. I think there's a couple of different times, more towards the end, that, you know, it really stood out to me, and that kind of was like, come on, you know, I mean, think that through. It's a little piece there, just think it through. Maybe instead of him going in with a gun, have him find one in that case, so on and so forth. So, you know, and other thing, being aware of your surroundings, what's going on. You know, you're in the crime business, stuff's going to happen. You know, they build you up to be the enforcer, and then you just get blindsided, kind of stuff, like that kind of thing. Just those little action faux pas, as I will call them right now, kind of, you know. I think IMDb is misleading. Watching the movie obviously makes a little bit more sense. I felt that they tried too much and introduced a couple of different little plot lines that maybe weren't needed, but whatever. It made you interested. I was interested the whole time until the end, I think. So there you go. That's it. That's all I got. I don't know if I was helpful at all. I'm probably at a 5 for this one. But I still liked Antonio Banderas. I thought he did a good job. So I also thought Lorenzo Lamas was in this, but then I looked and it wasn't him. But if you watch it and you know who he is, check out the hotel clerk guy. See if, you know, then I realized Lorenzo Lamas is a lot older than that guy. So, alright, that's it. I don't know if I was helpful at all. But thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.